we don't perceive life. We perceive what our thinking's telling us about life. We're not seeing it as it is, we're seeing it as we are. Our entire experience is coloured, edited, screened by our own thinking. And the only reality we experience is the reality we are generating via the power of thought. So I wanted to talk as best as I could of the power rather than what we see of the power. And that is that there's no out here, there's no in here. There's no separation between me and you. There is just one conscious state. There's one consciousness with no boundaries, with no individuality, with no preference, with no judgment. That is neutral and just is. We are part of the isness. And there's nothing. The isness is nothing, but it's everything. And everything, through everything comes nothing, and through nothing comes everything. We are just part of this. Allness, experiencing a human life in this impermanent physical body. But we create who we think we are. We create out there and in here. We create separation. We create judgment via a misuse of understanding how life works, a misunderstanding of who we really are. But really, there's just this one divine conscious state, and we're not part of it, we are it. I had a direct experience of this 20 years ago, and although in the principles we talk about it as a neutral energy, or the system behind how life works, I personally experienced it as love. And really, love is just the space between thoughts. It's the space between words. It's the space between planets, and of the planet, it's the intelligence that makes atoms spin as subatomic particles circulate. It's this space that creates gravity. It just is. And there's no separation. It's the idea, an incorrect idea, that we're different from other people, that we're different, I'm different from you, you're different from me, because this person is this way, they're not as good as me. In fact, I used to believe that I was a little bit special, that I was a little bit more spiritual than the next person. And that thinking, that incorrect thinking, kept me stuck for a long time. I'm no better than anybody. I'm no more special than anybody. I'm the same as everybody. There's nobody who's better than me, and I'm no better than anybody else, because we're all made of the same stuff. How is it even possible? It's like a wave in the ocean, thinking that it's better than the other wave in the ocean. It's like a gust of breeze trying to blow harder than the other gust of breeze. it's still wind. It's the same nature. And because we only ever experience our thinking, as soon as we think we're better than anybody, we're more spiritual than anybody, it may look real for us, but you're woefully mistaken. We're all the same. There is no dichotomy. There is no disconnection. But it just looks like there is. And this misunderstanding to how life works, if believed, is such a contributor to the wars and the deaths and the plagues and the fear that we experience as a species. And I think what the principles provide is a remembering, not a new thing, not something that people have to learn, but a remembering of who we really are. And when we see that, the ego drops away and we become human. We're human beings. We're not different from one another. We just are what we are. We are the nature of things. And the more we're in alignment with that, it's not a doing, just the more we see that in here, our strength of heart, the warmth of our heart, kind of transmits out of us and warms other people's heart, and then they remember as well. And when they remember, their heart hits other people's hearts, and then they remember, and it's like it will happen. And when it happens, all the problems that we've ever experienced on this planet will disappear, because we have all the resources. We have everything we need to have a more peaceful life. We have enough water, we have enough food, we have enough money. But when people wake up to the truth of how it's really working before form, to the formless essence, the nature of what I've been doing my best to talk about, when people really see that, we'll walk in a different world.